Favorite song would be Gimme Shelter, Rolling Stones. Favorite album might be Can Soundtracks, or, oh, album that changed my life would be CCR, what is it? Willie and the Poor Boys? Is that I think that's the title of the album. Anyway, I just answered the question, one question. And then, oh, another one that changed my life might be in another time, X-Ray Specs, Germ-Free Adolescence. Best concert, I'm gonna stretch this here. The International Pop Underground in Olympia, which went on for some number of days. And uh, most embarrassing musical moment would be on the Indigo Girls extravaganza, which included a large number of people on a regular tour with buses and hotel rooms and rehearsal space in New York at the beginning, where I met Jane Siberry. And we were talking, and then I think either Emily or Amy Indigo came over and said, hello. And I said, oh, Jane and I were just talking about being Canadian. And she said, no, we weren't. And that wasn't the moment that was most embarrassing. That was yet to come. Somewhere on the tour, out in the Midwest, so we're playing these arenas, and they're backstage, and typically everybody else went off for a meal. And they give you this money, which I like to save. So I was kind of just grazing on backstage food. And Jane liked to have a baked potato every night. It was in her rider, I suppose. So she'd be we were the only people hanging out. And one night we got to talking, and she was telling me about how she took these acting classes and how there's this particular move where a person would put their hand on someone's head, and then the person would push their own head, but it would look like you were being pushed. So we came up with this idea in the middle of her lovely song on the keyboard. I'm sure it included angels and all things lovely, as she is inclined to do. I, from the other side of the stage, took off my guitar and marched over there and put my hand on her head, and she pushed her own head into her keyboard as this, but it looked like I just shoved her head into the keyboard repeatedly. And we thought this was pretty funny or something. The whole tour was kind of an embarrassing moment, really. Didn't really gel that well in terms of, well, my role, for sure. But anyway, so the embarrassing part was that nobody said anything about this backstage. It was just completely ignored. Okay, well, and that was the embarrassing part. The people, I think, thought that I'd really gone over there and smashed her head into the keyboard a few times. Or just, I don't know, but the whole thing was just strenuous and, yeah, embarrassing.